Welcome to paradise. Welcome back to the channel. Well, I'm in between downpours. I'm going to do this real quick. It's Saturday, June 4th, and tomorrow I'm driving down to McCall, which is about 6 hours away, to a lake called Cascade Lake. It's a high elevation lake. It's 5,000 feet up. Our lake here is 2,000, so it's 2.5 times the higher elevation. I'll show you the map here. I'm going to fish it for 2 days, and so I'll be there Monday, June 6th, and Tuesday, June 7th. So the audio on these things, I just looked at my Coeur d'Alene River videos, and even though this mic, it works, it doesn't cut out, but boy, when the wind blows, you can't even hear me. I bought this thing. It's called a Dead Cat. Crazy name, but you put it on the mic, and supposedly it muffles, it eliminates the wind noise. I've got it on here now. There's really not a lot of wind, so this isn't going to be a good test, but hopefully it helps, because I'm out of ideas other than investing in really expensive audio equipment, which I'm not going to do that. So anyway, let me show you the map and talk about that a little bit.
Okay, here's Cascade Lake. Let's start up here. I'm going to be launching. Let me find it. Oh, I'm over here. I'm going to be launching at right there, Donnelly City Park. This is it's called Lake Fork. It's the Lake Fork, I used to have a house on Lake Fork, a winter home on Lake Fork for like 2 years. So this is the Lake Fork feeder creek or river, whatever you want to call it. And then over here is called the North Fork Payette River. It flows down. They connect here. And over here you got Boulder Creek that flows in. So you take this map, you take the bottom here and you put it up here. And this is the continuation. So now you've got this is the North Fork Payette part coming down all the way down and empties into the lake. And then you've got I think, let's see, Boulder Creek is here, so this would be the Lake Fork feeder. So they all kind of meet here. And if you come down a little bit further, there's another one called Gold Fork River. You got all these rivers in here, and you notice the green, the map says that's submerged weeds and brush. Now here's the interesting part. These maps list the species of fish you can catch. Largemouth's not on here. They got smallmouth, but they don't list largemouth bass. So I'm wondering. I'm going to start out fishing these up in here, the reed areas. But if the map says there's no largemouth, I'm assuming that even if there is, there's not a big population of them, or they wouldn't leave it out. It's like Lake Ponderay. I caught a largemouth in the video I did on Lake Ponderay. That's the first largemouth I've caught on the lake part. I'm going to say 3 years. But if you go up into the river, the Ponderay River, there's tons of them. So I'm hoping that whoever did the map, the survey was of the lake, which is down here, and there's not a large population, but they all live up in here. I'm hoping that's it. If it's not the case, I'm going to have to re-rig, because I'm kind of rigged for reed fishing. I have found, my personal experience is you don't find smallmouth spawning in reedy areas, you find them in rock and stump areas. If you come down into the lake, there's this big old cove here, called? There's an island, Sugarloaf Island. And then, I mean, it's got weeds too, but I'm thinking this would be more smallmouth spawning area than up in those rivers. But I got to play it by ear at this point. I'm going to start up there. If I'm catching them in the river, I'm never going to go any further south than here for the 2 days that I'm on there, because there's just looks like there's enough water. So that's the plan. Next time I talk to you, I'll be out here somewhere in these rivers on Monday morning, and we'll see what we can do.
Well, good morning. It's Monday, June 6th. It's about 7 o'clock in the morning local time. I say local time, you're probably saying, well, aren't you still in Idaho? If you look at a map, all of Idaho is in the mountain time zone except the very top, the panhandle. That's Pacific. So I live in the Pacific time zone. This is mountain, so they're an hour ahead of me. So I'm in the, it's called Lake Fork, the Lake Fork River, I guess. And the water's 55. It rained like heck last night. I mean, pretty much the whole 6-hour drive, and then last night I sleep in the back seat of my truck, kept waking me up. It's 50% today. I mean, over there, if that comes over me, I'm going to get wet. So I've got the rain suit on. Water's 55. You know, I know the biologists and the experts say there's a certain temperature where bass will spawn, and I think it's 65. I'm not positive of that. I have a theory. My theory is that a bass adapts to its environment. We're at 5,000 feet. Actually, I think we're over 5,000 feet. And we're, you know, in the northern part of the country. If these bass waited for this water to hit 65, they'll probably be spawning at the end of July. I think through just over time, the survivors in this lake, for whatever reason, their eggs hatch earlier. So I think they're spawning at 55, and that's my first phase of this. Is there's a bridge right over there. There's a road that goes over this Lake Fork. I'm heading all the way to the bridge. I'm going to go under the bridge. I'm going to the shallowest water I can find in this fork for spawners. And then I'm going to work my way out. There's a big cut over here. I'm going to fish that, and on my way out there's another one over here, and then around the corner is the north, I think it's called the North Fork Payette River. It also has a bridge. I'm going to do the same thing. If I don't have success, or if I don't, you know, if I get 1 or 2 bites in here and there, I'm going to abandon this whole pattern. Remember, the map says there's no largemouth. It doesn't list largemouth. Well, we're going to find out. I'm going after spawning largemouth. That's my first plan. So I'm going to put this camera away and use the GoPro until I figure something out. So the next time I turn this on, I might be fishing the sinking minnow for smallies out there in the lake. I just don't know. It's going to be a long day because it's 7 o'clock. I don't have nothing to do, so I'll probably fish till 6. I'll probably fish an 11-hour day today. So hopefully I will know something by the end of today. All right, so let's get started. Oh, and there's absolutely zero wind, so I'm assuming you hear this perfectly. So the dead cat thing, I'm not going to get to test it, at least until it starts to blow a little. But all right, so first thing, we're heading to the bridge over there. At that bridge, there's a sign that says Wildlife Management Area Closed to All Motorized Watercraft. Oh, I'll bet there's bass in there. Yeah, I'll bet you they're in there spawning. It's shallow here. Like the deepest part of this area is like 7 feet, 9 feet. Boy, I would sure love to go in there, but I'm not gonna get a ticket. So this one's off the list. Let's work our way back down. Actually, I'm gonna fish that corner right there real quick, and then we're gonna move down. Okay, there's my first one. Let's see what it is. He was shallow, so I'm sure he's spawning. That's a good sign. It is a largemouth, not a big one, but it's a largemouth. Oh, it came off. Well, we learned two things right there. There's largemouth in here, and they're spawning. So that's good. Here's my second one. I got a bunch of wood in front of me, and I got to keep him out of the well. He's not that big. Let's at least get him in the boat this time. Come here, buddy. Come here. Well, they have largemouth in here. I should probably update you. That sign that said I couldn't go under the bridge. I fished around that area, didn't get anything. And then there's this long creek. It's called Mud Creek, and it's called Mud Creek for a reason. And it did not look very bassy, so I really didn't fish it very hard. So now I'll show you on the map where I went to. What am I doing? Oh, I gotta let go of the fish. 1 and stop. 1 3/4, 112. I hope he turns out to be the small guy. There you go, pal. So let me show you. Okay, so there's the bridge. This is Mud Creek. I'm running out of Lake Fork, and there's this little canal here, and I caught one. I marked when I got that one fish right at the mouth. I just got my second one in here. I'm just gonna work all the way back out, and then head out of. I'm gonna head out of. I keep forgetting the names, but Lake Fork. I'm gonna head out of Lake Fork, and I'm gonna work my way down. I'm gonna go around to it's called North Fork Payette River. There's a bridge there. I'm gonna see if I can go under that bridge. But let's keep fishing here, because see this? It all collects right here. That's 2 in here, so we'll keep fishing in here. See if we can get should be able to get at least one more in here. There's a lot of bank. Now these are spawners, because yeah, I'm throwing right up to the bank. So those fish are on beds. Those are small males on beds. And it's 56 back here. GoPro, start recording. There's another one. He's not very big either. That's okay though. Oh, he's pulling. He's pulling, but he's not very big. Come here. Oh, I think you're bigger than the last one. Yeah, you are bigger than the last one. Come here. Come here. He's 2 pounds. You're 2 pounds. Easy, I think. Oh, you feel like 2 pounds. Let's find out. I set up the back camera. I had a feeling I'd get more in here, so oh, 115. Does that say 15? 115. Not quite 2. That's all right. Oh, stop recording. Oh. So I got a 112 and a 115. And I really still have half of this to go. I mean, I just got him here. I still got all the way out there, so I might get another one in here before we leave. GoPro, start recording. Boy, I didn't even know I had a bite. Oh, he's pulling harder. Come here, buddy. No, he's no bigger, but he's just meaner. Come here, buddy. He's about 2 pounds, I think. I got my jacket caught in my... You believe this? This is beyond... Boy, folks, don't ever get old. Jeez. Oh, man. Okay. So that's 4 I've had on in here, but I only got 3 in the boat. All about the same size. That's probably telling me something, but I'm just not smart enough to know what it is. It's 2 pounds. Hey, you broke the 2 pound barrier. Oh, see? You'll never get old. Sleeping in the back seat of your truck at the age of 63 isn't smart when you're going to go fishing. Okay, so that's, oh, I got to tell you, I saw a sign on the way over here. Think about this. Let it sink in your head. It said, having a dog named Shark at the beach is a bad idea. I thought that was funny. Got 3 keepers. Maybe we'll find an area. We'll cull them all out today. GoPro, start recording. Oh, I got a little guy. Let's see. I'll put him on the scale. Yeah, she's probably 12, but oh, I'm so sorry, buddy. Yeah, like I said, don't get old. It's not good. Let's make sure he's 12. Yeah, he's way over 12. But he's not 2 pounds. We know that. This will be my little guy for sure. So I'm on my way to the other bridge, and I came in here. I saw this on the map, and 0. I know you weigh more than 0, buddy. I know you do. 1 pound, 4 ounces. 4, that sounds like Brownlee. I was catching 1 for tons of them. That's 4 keepers, 1 4. It's the smallest. GoPro, stop recording. It's I got a little bit of water in here I can fish, so we're gonna fish this pretty thoroughly. I don't know how shallow it gets back here, but as long as my trolling motor doesn't hit the bottom. Actually, I'll use the push pole. I'll pull the trolling motor up. Start recording. Got another one in here. Oh, where is he? There he is. Oh, that's a decent one. That's over 2, I think. Come here, pal. Gotcha. Yeah, I'd say he's over 2. Fish. Stop. You're definitely over 2. You are 2 pounds 4 ounces. There you go, pal. 2 pounds 4 ounces. Okay. That's four keepers. 2, 4. It's 8:30. So I've been fishing about an hour and a half. I got 2 in this little stretch. There's a channel that runs through here. It's 4 or 5 feet deep, and then it's real shallow on both sides. They're up on those shallow sides. I'm just going to work my way through the channel all the way back, see what else I can get in here. So this is the very back of that little thing I came into. I caught those 2 right there at the front. I thought the further back I got, the better it would be. But if you look, it's just solid weed growth. There's no place for them to spawn back here. So I think we're going to abandon this here. And now I just got to figure out how to get out of here. I guess I'll back my way out. Okay, so I ran up, it's called, I think, North Fork Payette River. That's the bridge. I came under the bridge. I came under that bridge, and I really don't like what I see. I mean, this is a lake within itself. This lake is bigger than, this part of this lake is bigger than Anderson was, Blue Lake, all those lakes I fished on the chain. It's not shallow. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit a couple of spots that I see from here that have vegetation and it's kind of a flat. I'm going to hit a couple of those, and then I think I'm going to run completely to the end of this and try that. And if I don't get anything, I'll get out of here and we'll go to the next thing. So I don't like this backwater area here. The weed growth. I came up here. This is a high percentage, I would say, spot in this whole thing for spawning. It's a cove. It's shallow. It's like 5 feet way out there, but it's just solid weeds like it was over there. There's no place for them to spawn, and the water's 51 back here. Now, I said they spawn in colder water, but 51, I think it's too cold. I don't think they're going to be spawning in that. I was going to run all the way back there, but I'm not going to do it. I've got tomorrow, so if something happens where it looks like it's worth trying, you know, the water flows in, I would assume, up there. I think it wouldn't be warmer water, but it could be. But I'm going to make the decision. There's the bridge. I'm going back out, and I'm going to run into, it's a creek. It's not a river. I can't remember the name of it, but when we get there, I'll tell you the name of it. It looks like it's long and narrow. Okay, so I came out of that one area where I went under the bridge, and when I was coming under the bridge, some guy in a truck stopped and yelled at me, "Hey, no boats are allowed past the bridge." So I guess it's a good thing I didn't keep going. But so I'm in, it's called, I came up Boulder Creek, and then there's there's another creek here called Willow Creek that kind of is like comes off of it. and I kind of thought I'd come in here because it's not as deep, and you can see there's a lot of grass. I'm gonna work this bank. I'm gonna go to the there's a launch ramp right there, and then I'll go past it and keep going all the way as far as it'll go. See if we can pick some off. This is similar to that first place where I caught the fish, you know, where there was that standing grass right on the bank. And it doesn't look like this is just all weeds. So there's going to be holes in there for them to set up. I got one here. Oh, that's a decent one. No, same. They're right on the bank. Come here, buddy. Oh, he'll call the 1-4, I think. I'm just working my way back this, it's called Willow Creek. I think I missed a lot of water. You know, I was hitting the high percentage water and skipping the rest. So I skipped a lot of water. I'll probably have to go back. Oh, I don't have my camera set up. I was waiting to catch one. Make sure there was something in here. Of course, you're not going to work. Two pounds. Looks like 3 ounces. 2 pounds, 3 ounces. Okay, so he was right there. Actually, I drifted up on it. He was right in here spawning somewhere. Oh, there's a bed right there. So, you know, I got tons of this to fish. And like I say, I kind of was skipping a lot of stuff, just kind of hitting high percentage spots. So I'll go back and hit it. We're going to spend some time in here, I think. I want to tell you a story. You see that? How that log is blocking, and it actually looks like somebody cut a section of it so they could get through. I was in a tournament, one of those Pro-Am tournaments on Lake Pleasant in Arizona, and Byron Velvick was in the tournament, and he was camping next to me at the campsite, and another guy named Rich Ianolo, who I had followed in my truck down to the tournament, he was on the other side of me, and this other guy who I won't name his name because he was a scary dude. We sat there around this, we had dinner, and they were telling stories, and Byron, he had a million stories, and one of them, he was fishing a tournament. I guess it was a Bassmaster event, and Rick Clunn was in the tournament, and they were fishing the same water, and there was a log like that blocking access. He brought a chainsaw on tournament day, and I guess he did that. He cut a chunk so he could get in there and fish against Rick Clunn. I can't remember the results or the outcome, but when I saw that like that, it reminded me of that story. He had a million stories. I'll tell you one more quick one. He was on, I think it's called Elephant Butte. It's in New Mexico. He was pre-fishing, and a storm came in, and the waves got really bad. And he said he was on it. He was trying to get back, and it tore the engine off his boat. And so he got on the trolling motor, and he was trying to troll. He was being pushed into a cliff that had crosses where people had died. And he managed to get around the corner on his trolling motor, and it pushed him all the way to the back of the cove. And he couldn't, I can't remember if we didn't have cell phones or if there was no cell phone service, but he couldn't get a hold of anybody. So he decided to sleep in his rod locker until morning. Well, that night, I guess, was the partner pairings or something, a meeting. Byron didn't show up. They saw his truck and trailer in the parking lot, so they sent a search team out. And he said he was literally sleeping in his rod locker, and these guys found him. They thought he was dead. They were looking for him on the shore. He said he lifted up the rod locker, and there was a guy in his boat, and he said the guy turned white as a sheet. He got so scared. Anyway, those are my Byron Velvick stories. This one hit right at the boat. Sorry. Come here. Oh, I think he swallowed it. Dang it. How did he do that? Jeez. All right, pal. Yeah, he did. He swallowed it. So, let's look for there's the hook. See? I don't know if you can see. It's right there. There's the hook. So we cut it. Let's weigh him quick because he's bleeding. Johnny. Sorry, pal. I know you were just minding your business, and then I had to show up. 114. All right. There you go. Sorry. And he ain't even gonna make the cut. Or is he? Yeah, I guess he is. 24232 115. Yeah, he is gonna make the cut so far. You may not see this because I'm hoping I catch bigger one. Start recording. I think I got a pattern in here. They're on the trees. They're not in the grass. They're on the trees. Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. I think it's 3 pounds. Oh yeah, he's a good one. Come here, buddy. I don't know how big they get in here. Oh yeah, that's a nice fish. Come here. I got you. Look at that boy. I don't know how big they get in here, but that's a nice bass. I don't know if you can see that tree. I'll show you on the GoPro. So I caught the last one on that wood. I caught him on that wood. So I'm going to skip all the grass and just fish the wood on the way out of this creek. What do you think this guy weighs? He's got to be over 3 pounds, I think. Yeah, well, he's 3. I can't see. 3.6. 3 pounds 6 ounces. It's a nice fish. Time, because he might be the biggest one I catch. See you, buddy. GoPro, stop recording. Okay, so yeah, I got a lot of wood on the way out of here, so I'm going to fish all of it. 3.6. I got a 3.6, a 2.4, a 2.3, a 2.0, and a 1.15. So 1.15 is my small one. We got to cull him out. I got, you know what time it is? It's 11 a.m. So, and I'm probably going to leave here at 6 because I'll be starving. So I got another 7 hours. There's another river, I don't remember the name of it, Gold something. And then after that it's on to the lake. I'd like to do this and the other river for sure before the end of the day, and then go scouting into the lake for tomorrow, because this pattern, well, we'll see. If they're on every piece of wood, I might be able to come back in here tomorrow, but we'll see what happens. Okay, so I forgot, when I first came in, it was Boulder Creek, and then that Willow Creek kind of veered off, and I was only halfway in Boulder Creek, so I decided when I came out of Willow Creek to run all the way up to the end of Boulder Creek. It's shallow and it is weedy as heck. I mean, it's just nothing but weeds. I don't like that. I mean, I'm just gonna work my way down and just see if it breaks up at all, but this isn't really fishable. I mean, there's no way a bass can spawn in here. It's just, there's nothing, there's no bottom to spawn on. But I'm gonna go all the way to there and see if, you know, maybe for some reason it clears up. If it does, it'll be good up there. I'll get back to you. Actually, you can see some spots on top there that don't have weeds. I'm definitely gonna fish that. I'll get back to you if I catch one. I'm gonna leave the big camera off. If I catch one in here and I think I'm gonna fish it, you know, pretty hard, I'll turn the other camera on. Okay, so I left that one river. I didn't get anything else out of there. This is the mouth of the Gold Fork River. It runs all the way up in there. This looks really good. See the brush? So I'm gonna there's a boat out on the point over there. I'm gonna fish this brush in here. I got a feeling this might be a good. Okay, so I came into the back of the last feeder creek or river. This one's called Gold something. Let me look here. We're in here, Gold Fork River, and there's another. It's not really a bridge. There's just a slight opening to get back here, but look at this. The water's, actually the water went up. It was 40, this one says 49, that one says 51. At one point I was reading 48 degrees. For some reason, as you get further back in these feeder creeks and rivers, the water gets colder. And I don't have any confidence in, you know, 49, 50, or 51. So I'm leaving. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to find a pattern on the lake itself. I'm going to try, so when you come out of, let me try to show you this. I'll show you on, let me show you on here. Well, yeah, there it is. So I'm right here. I'm going to run out of here, and I'm going to run down here, and let's see here. There's the lake. There's that island I saw on the map. So I'm going to run out here, and I'm thinking in here. I'm going to try to figure something out in here, and maybe around in here. I might be hitting smallmouth out there, but we'll see. This is my local time up in the Panhandle, 12. So it's 1 o'clock. So, you know, I've got 4 or 5 hours to fish. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to look for something for tomorrow, because these feeders, they're not going to sustain me for another day. So that's it. That's the plan. Get out of here, get out of the river system, and get into the lake and try to come up with something. I will I'll use the GoPro camera until I figure something out, and then I'll set up the big camera if I come up with a path. So there's the island, and this is all shallow. I'm in 3 feet. I'm going to throw the spinnerbait. As you can see, it's a lot windier out here on the lake. That's a heck of a run. If I come up with something out here, I'm going to find another launch ramp closer to this part of the lake, because that was a pretty good run. Anyway, I'm going to throw the spinnerbait, see if I can catch something. I don't know if you can see this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And if you count that guy, that's 7 boats all in one spot. I tried to fish back there. The wind's just blowing too hard. The island is the buffer. So I'm gonna fish this because that is unfishable. And I don't think they're fishing for bass, but that's pretty comical. I mean, you can literally make a cast and hit the other boat. I just find that so funny. I could never do that. I mean, I don't care. If somebody told me 5-pound smallies are biting right there, and there's a big school, you ain't gonna get me over there. No way. So let's work this. Maybe this was one of those deals where you know, you get lucky. I'm forced to fish over here because of the waves, and maybe I'll find some around the island. Can you believe I can't get a bite in here? Look at this. And the bottom is clean. It's got all this brush, a clean bottom. You would think they'd be in here in droves. I can't get a bite, and I can't fish. I can't fish out there. It's just way too rough. I don't know if you can tell, but it's really moving. So I'm really limited here. Not sure where else to try. I ain't going any further that way because I got a long run that way. I'd like to fish the other shoreline. There's some shallow on the map. It showed shallow brush, but I don't know. I really don't want to fight this weather. This just surprised me. I thought for sure I was going to catch some in here. I mean, look at this. All this brush and 2 feet. I'm in 2 feet of water. It's what is it, 60 degrees, the water. They're just not in here. Probably because, like the map says, there's just largemouths. Like on Lake Ponderay, you can catch largemouth in the lake, but you're not going to catch a lot of them. You're going to catch smallies. You want to catch largemouth, you go in the river, and they're in there. I think it's the same thing here. You want to catch largemouth, you got to go into those rivers that I was in. You come out here and they just don't live out here. Because man, if they did, I just would expect them to be in here. At least a few. And I didn't get a bite. So I'm going to look at my map and try to figure out what I want to do, because it's almost 2 o'clock. I still got a few hours to figure something out because I'm coming back tomorrow. This is a video, you know, for just today, but I'm making another one tomorrow, and I want to have some. I don't want to go back in the rivers and do the same thing, so I got to figure something out. Well, okay, I gave up on the lake. I was getting my I'll make it a G rating. I was getting my rear end kicked by the wind. It's like I went to a different lake now. Look at this. I'm in, it's Gold something, Gold, I don't remember, the Gold Creek River or whatever it was. It's the most protected spot. The wind's blowing directly out of the south, and this is angled sideways, so the wind's blowing that way. So I'll be honest, I'm just going to be fishing in here because I just don't want to be out there. I don't know if I'm going to get any fish, but you know, I might stumble onto a pattern where they're, you know, I might get some smallies up here where the rocks are. I mean, this is smallie type stuff, and I'll turn the camera on if I get one. Well, it decided to look for me. The wind, it missed me, so it came around the corner and it found me. I'm switching up to the countdown minnow in this cove. I'm gonna give it a shot. I got one over here on this seawall. He's not very big. Is that a smallie? It's a It's a smallie. He's not gonna help. Come here, buddy. Jeez. Don't get old. Come here, pal. I'm not even gonna weigh him. He's not gonna help. Okay. GoPro, stop recording. Well, I just wanted to show you, I switched to the countdown minnow around all these rocks, and this is my third smallie. None of them were going to help me, but because of this wind, I switched up, and that's the third one. I'm going to work in here. I'm hoping to, you know, get a decent sized one. After that, I'm gonna run back up towards where I launched the boat and try to find some calm water. So okay, I'm back in the, I think it's called Lake Fork, the arm that I launched my boat in. That's the mouth right there. So I'm gonna start fishing parts of this that I didn't fish before. Trying to just stay out of the wind. It's pretty rough. So I'm gonna work my way back to the ramp. I just pretty much wasted 3 hours. The last 3 hours I've been just, you know, just trying to fish water that's not too rough. I don't know if I really accomplished anything other than I know smallies are hanging around the rocks. You know, if it's like this tomorrow, I'm just gonna fish back in these creek arms. If it dies down, I'd like to fish the lake, but you know, I don't really have an idea. But I'd probably run over to the side I didn't fish today. I don't know, we'll see. But I'm gonna hit that area there with the rocks around the point with my sinking minnow. I'm probably gonna work all of this with the sinking minnow, see if I can catch some smallies in here. I think I got one, but I'm not sure. Yeah, there he is. You know what I did? Oh, it came off. Darn it. I'm all the way back in Mud Creek. Remember, I came in here, I think, first, but I didn't go all the way to the back. I came all the way to the back. Boy, that was a good one. I think that was a 3-pounder. Look at the bottom here. It's a hard bottom. It's shallow. 56 degrees. I caught that one. He was, or I lost him, but I had him. He was right on the bank. I got a feeling this might have some spawners in it. I just didn't come far enough back. I'm gonna work this whole area. If I catch another one quick, I think I'm gonna leave it for tomorrow, because right now I'm not sure what I'm gonna do for tomorrow. So start recording. Hang on, Mare. Yeah, I'm sorry, I was talking to my sister on the phone. This is gonna be the biggest one of the day here, I think. Oh yeah, this is a good one. Come here, buddy. Come here. Oh, look at this guy. How you doing, pal? This is going to cull big time, and I think he's going to be my last one of the day, because I told you I'd be starving by 6. Well, it's almost 5, and I'm starving. I don't have the big camera set up. I'm sorry. All I got's the GoPro. So let's see what this guy weighs. This guy weighs, actually, he's 3.6. He's the same as the other one I caught by the tree. Let me see if you can. Man, he's beautiful. Look, I thought he was bigger than 3.6. Look at that. And I'm still in Mud Creek, so I'm coming back tomorrow. Let me let him go. Okay. I think that's going to do it for today. I'll wrap it up. let me get out of Mud Creek, and then I'll turn on the big camera and wrap up day one. Okay, I got the GoPro recording in case the sound on this doesn't work. The wind's not really blowing very hard, but just in case, I'll have the audio on the GoPro camera. So I'm gonna finish up. It's 5 o'clock. I was gonna fish till 6. I'll fish till 5. I gave up on Mud Creek way too soon. I didn't go deep enough. All this out here is not spawnable type bottom, and so I turned around this morning and left. But you know, the wind was blowing. You saw I wasn't really doing much in the last few hours, so I thought, well, let me finish Mud Creek. Well, I lost, I'm sure, a 3-pounder. I caught that 3.6. My sister was on the phone. My dad's coming up to visit. She was booking the flight when he hit. Anyway, I lost another one in there, and I had another one when I pitched my Senko. There was a swirl, must have spooked him, but he's there. I'm gonna go back there tomorrow and fish it hard, the back half, the back part, because they're in there. Okay, so I caught 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 largemouth today. I caught 3 smallies. I think I show one on camera. He's real little, just to show that I had switched up. The other 2 were keepers, but you know, 1.5 pounds. So I don't want to get in these weeds. So let me total the 5, my 5 biggest. So I had a 3.6, a 3.6, a 2.4, a 2.3, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 2.0. Those are my 5 biggest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have 3, 6, 8, 10, 12. Here comes the wind. We'll see if the dead cat works. 12, 12, 6, 12, 12, 13 pounds. I got 13 pounds, 7 ounces for my 5 biggest. So that's it for this one. I'm gonna come back tomorrow. I'll have a day 2 video for Cascade. And I think what I'm probably gonna do is start in Mud Creek and fish it really hard. And then if the wind's not blowing, I'm gonna make a long run back out on the lake and try to put something together on the fly. Okay, that's it. Thanks for watching, and I'll be back at it tomorrow.